What's up, guys? JK Disc Golf here, and today we're going to be talking about the coronavirus and how it's going to affect disc golf, not only in the short term, but the long term. So, if you guys haven't noticed already, or you can see my video, or see basically all the news in the disc golf community yesterday, the Disc Golf Pro Tour and the rest of the major events have been suspended through April. So, 4 major events were suspended, and I'm assuming they're going to be canceled because they can't really postpone them to a later date, because that would ruin the rest of the schedule. Now, some of the bigger events of the 4 happen to be Jonesboro Open in Arkansas and the Dynamic Disc Glass Blown Open, which is one of the biggest events of the year, and it definitely brings the most amount of disc golfers together in a confined space just because how many of the events they have, and it's been a major event for a lot of fans to come and play. So, previously, the PDGA as well as the Disc Golf Pro Tour came out and said that Major, Elite, and the European Open Tour was going to continue to be played just as fine, as well as we just saw. That's not going to be the case, at least through April. I respect that they are going to not cancel or suspend the whole year. They're going to just contain it through April, which I think is a great move because we don't really know how it's going to turn out for the rest of the year and how it's going to affect us in later months. But I think that it is the right thing to do as of right now. Obviously, disc golf isn't as much of effect, I feel, because we're not containing people in a closed area. We're out in a public place. However, fans are close. They're interacting with pros, touching, taking pictures, all that sort of thing. So definitely have to take the precaution of keeping not only all the spectators, but the players as well, to keep them healthy, keep them safe. So I think that right now this coronavirus is kind of a big controversial topic, and I really stay away from controversial things. However, I think personally, I believe this is the right idea to do, at least through April, as the coronavirus is exponentially spreading. So I think that right now this is the good thing to do, at least for the month. It's a very heartbreaking thing for a lot of people. I know that not a lot of people get to play these events. The GBO is one of the biggest events that people want to come out and play, but I think just for everybody's health, it's a smart thing to do. Now, the European Open actually just released that they're going to continue as planned, which is surprising to me because right now it's really tough to get into and out of countries right now. Countries like Italy have completely shut down their borders, not allowing anybody to leave or come in. So I don't know if this is going to continue with other countries, but as of right now, the European Open is staying how it is, not canceling. So that's going to be surprising. I think as the time goes on, we're really going to see the effects. And if more countries start closing down their borders, we're going to see we're going to probably see this going to be canceled for the year, as it is getting tougher to get in and out of these many countries now. A lot of events are really focusing on the ban of large groups of people. It seems like the around 200 mark is where the cutoff happens to be, but that really relates to a confined space like arenas or big festivals where people are tightly together where they can't help but touch each other. But disc golf is a little bit different. I don't think we have thousands of people watching and spectating. We have a couple hundred, for the final event we have more people. But I feel like it's more of an open area, so we're less at risk. I'm not saying it's not a risk, but it's definitely less of a risk than if we go to like an NBA or MLB game, because those people are close to each other the whole time, and there's thousands of people. As disc golf, we only have hundreds. So that might be a reason why the disc golf continues to stay open when other sports aren't, and honestly it seems like a better idea just because we're not as confined, and it's almost a little bit less of a risk than more of the major sports. But some of the more notable things that are happening, the WSOP is talking about shutting down, Pokemon World is shutting down, the NBA, the MLB suspending their season, March Madness and the NCAAs are completely shutting down the rest of their winter and spring sports. So those are some of the biggest events in the country that go on, and they're just up and canceling or moving it to a later date. Now, again, we don't really know what to happen in the coming months. This suspension for them could be a month or two. As we see, disc golf is only getting suspended till the end of April. So as of right now, disc golf is going to continue back up on May, which will be after the GBO. So we're going to still see the events as of right now continuing. And we really have, there's a majority of DGPT events that are holding on the West Coast, which right now happens to be the most contaminated, so we might see those being affected more than some on the Midwest or the East Coast. Not saying that people aren't contaminated and spreading it there, but it just seems like the West Coast is really kind of putting a shut down a lot of things. So this is very early, very unknown. I'm going to keep you guys up to date on what's coming, disc golf news that are happening, but I think of right now, there's not a lot of news. They really came out and said that there wasn't going to be a lot of tournament cancellations, but we just got canceled, the DGPT, or got suspended for a little bit. So we'll see how that actually reacts. So hopefully your local tournaments are going to stay open. I know I have one that's still open, but there's many local my tournaments that are being canceled. So hopefully we just can fight through this, and we can just continue to grow, and we can continue to keep the season rolling. We had just begun. We don't want to end it already. So hopefully we kind of come together and we can just take this short break, and after that everything is kind of more controlled and we can just get back to some good disc golf, guys. Like I said, I will keep you up to date on any news that comes out, so make sure you stay up to date. Subscribe down below if you do want to keep to date with not only the coronavirus on disc golf, but all disc golf news that is going on in the disc golf community, guys. So that is all I got today. I just want to give this quick update on the whole disc golf season and how the coronavirus is going to affect it. So as always, guys, make sure to keep throwing safely.